In 2016, Joseph Nguyen was so anxious he could barely function, and he'd read every self-help book he could find. Nothing worked. Then he stumbled onto one idea that ended his suffering almost overnight. Here's the twist. It wasn't about fixing his thoughts. It was about realizing thoughts themselves were the problem. That single shift became the book, Don't Believe Everything You Think. And the core idea sounds almost too simple. You don't suffer because of your circumstances. You suffer because of what you think about your circumstances. Two people can lose the same job. One spirals into months of despair. The other feels oddly free within a week. Same event, totally different experience because of the thinking layered on top. Let's break down three big ideas from the book. First, thought is not true. Your brain generates thousands of thoughts a day, and most of them are just noise, not facts. The moment you stop treating every thought as reality, its power over you starts to shrink. Second, Nguyen argues that most emotional pain isn't caused by the world. It's caused by overthinking the world. Worry, regret, comparison, all of it lives in the mind, not in what actually happened. He calls this thinking-based suffering, and he says it's optional, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. Third, and this is the part people find life-changing, peace doesn't come from having better thoughts. It comes from having fewer of them, or at least not believing every single one. Nguyen compares the mind to a muddy pond. If you leave it alone, the mud settles and the water turns clear on its own. But if you keep stirring it, trying to fix it, analyze it, control it, it just stays cloudy. So instead of fighting your thoughts or trying to replace negative ones with positive ones, the book teaches you to simply let thoughts pass, like clouds, without grabbing onto them. No suppressing them, no analyzing them to death. Just noticing they're there and letting them go. It sounds almost too easy, and that's exactly what skeptics say. But that's kind of the point. We've been taught that healing requires effort, journaling, digging through our past, fixing our mindset. Nguyen flips that. He says less effort, less thinking is the actual path to clarity. And that's the whole shift that pulled Joseph Nguyen out of the anxiety that once controlled his entire life. Not by thinking harder, but by finally not believing everything he thought. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. We post a new book every single day.